Now let us look at calculation of cash from investing activities. So far we looked at, we were dealing with the methods involved in calculation of cash from operating activities. Now we move on to the methods or the calculations involved with regard to computation of cash from investing activities. Investing involves, purchase of assets or sale of assets. When you purchase asset or investment, there will be outflow of cash, and when you sell or when you receive income, when you receive income on investments. See here, you look at land, opening balance is 80,000 on 31st March 14, and it has increased to 1,60,000. So it shows clearly land has got nothing to do with regard to any other treatment like depreciation. So we are presuming this can be presumed as either appreciation in the value of land or additional land purchased. So normally, whenever the balances of land is shown as increased, it will be taken as purchase of land. Purchase of land, or otherwise means cash outflow on account of purchase of land. Similarly, when you look at a building and equipment, 6 lakhs becomes 9 lakhs. It also appears like there is some purchase. So, purchase of equipment is involved. Whereas when it comes to equipment and building, depreciation is applicable. That is why the accumulated depreciation is given. So we need to know the amount of depreciation for the machine sold or machine purchased. The additional machines purchased during the year. So the question of depreciation doesn't arise in case of land. It is simply a purchase. It should be taken as purchase. So this should be adjusted. For in case of any sale in equipment, we have to find out the amount of depreciation on the asset sold. And if you look at dividend received, these are all interest on investments. Income from investments. This will be part of your investing activity. These are all to be taken as cash inflow. Receipts, cash receipts in the form of dividend and in the form of interest. And this is cash outflow here. This involves cash outflow. When you purchase land, cash will go out. Similarly, it appears by looking at the numbers that there is a purchase of building and equipment to the tune of 3 lakhs. Anyway, let us look at some information. Any additional information is available, need to be checked. So the additional information given like this. Depreciation provided during 14-15 was rupees 96,000. Current year depreciation provided. This is depreciation with regard to the building and equipment. And the cost of equipment sold is given as 1,15,000. Rupees 1,15,000. And profit on sale of equipment is given as rupees 19,000. And you are asked to calculate cash from investing activities. So first of all, we should start with the treatment with regard to building and equipment. So we know now that some sort of sale also has happened. Some part of equipment has been sold, and the cost of equipment sold is given, but no information with regard to purchase. It is hidden there. The information with regard to purchase of building or equipment is very much hidden there. So that we have to calculate it. So first let us find out the amount of depreciation for the equipment sold. Okay. So for that we need to do workings. So first let us prepare accumulated depreciation account. Accumulated depreciation account. To know the depreciation on assets sold. So the opening and closing balance goes like this: 1,90,000 opening and 2,10,000 end closing balance. So accumulated depreciation being credit item of trial balance and liability item of balance sheet. Normally it is shown as less from asset. Instead of showing it as the liability item, it may be reduced from the concerned asset. So when it comes to ledger, opening balance should appear on the credit side. By opening balance, 1,90,000 to closing balance. I think it is 2,10,000. Given as it is 2,10,000. And current year depreciation claimed as given in question for 14-15 amount of depreciation provided. Provision made, that means charge to the P&L account. Current year provision. This is your current year provision. 96,000. So when we close the ledger, 1,90,000 and 96,000. So 2,86,000. Total. The difference is 76,000 is your balance. This is arrived as balancing figure. This is nothing but asset account. This should be transferred to the building and equipment account. This is your depreciation on asset sold. On asset sold. 76,000. So this is not the information given in question. This we have calculated it. This is a balancing figure. This arrived as balancing figure. 76,000. Are you able to understand why do we do this? We need to know. We know that from the question, some part of the equipment is sold and the cost is given as 1,15,000. And it is given in question that the equipment was sold at a profit of 19,000. That means what was the cash realized? The amount of cash realized or cash proceeds from sale, not directly given. It is hidden information. So first we have to find out the book value of asset on date of sale. And supposing we have made so much amount of profit, 19,000 as profit means, how much should be the cash for which the asset would have been sold can be calculated. So using this information, depreciation on assets sold. So now let us find out calculation of cash proceeds from sale of equipment. So cost of equipment sold. Cost of equipment sold is given as rupees 1,15,000 as per question. 1,15,000. From this, less depreciation on assets sold. Depreciation on assets sold, which is rupees 76,000, what we have calculated here. So this value we are taking. So the balance should be 39,000 is the book value of equipment sold. That is after adjustment. This is the worth of the equipment. Okay. For which you made a profit, add profit. Profit on sale of rupees 19,000. That means your sale proceeds should be rupees 58,000. So you must have sold the equipment at 58,000. but its worth is only 39,000, by doing which you have made a profit of 19,000. So 58,000 is nothing but cash from sale of equipment. So now you can prepare a asset ledger to incorporate these transactions, to know whether any additional purchase or sale of equipment has happened, or building, sale or purchase of building or equipment has happened. So for that, I need to have a ledger. Building and equipment account. To opening balance of building and equipment is given as 6 lakhs. Building and asset being asset item, opening balance will be on the debit side, closing balance on the credit side. By closing balance 9 lakhs. And by accumulated depreciation account, I am transferring whatever amount I have calculated here, 76,000 here I have debited to building and equipment. In the building and equipment ledger, that 76,000 will come here. 76,000. This 96,000 is the depreciation entirely for all the assets, but this 76,000 is depreciation on the equipment sold. Then by cash account, how much I received? 58,000 I received. And to P&L account, profit on sale, P&L account, profit on sale of equipment is 19,000. So now I accounted for 1,15,000. So 76 plus 58. 120, 134 minus 19. Then we can close the ledger. See, actually, we have taken the opening balance of building and equipment, closing balance of building and equipment. So all the information with regard to current year depreciation given effect, cost of equipment also considered, and profit on sale of equipment also shown on the debit side. Now we can close the ledger. $10,34,000 is the total. Just transferring it here. 10,34,000. Balance. So 4,15,000 appearing on the debit side to be assumed as purchase to cash account. Purchase of asset. Purchase of asset. So we do not know whether any building is purchased or some asset is purchased. So for which cash gone out. So this is your cash inflow and this is your cash outflow. And already you have cash outflow on account of purchase of land to the tune of 80,000. So 80,000 becomes 1,60,000. So now we can consolidate all these things to know the cash flow from investing activities. So statement showing cash flow from investing activities. So first let us start with the purchase of land. Purchase of land, rupees 80,000. Purchase of equipment, rupees 4,15,000. Sale of equipment or asset. Sale of equipment, 58,000. So this is inflow. For these two are cash outflow, because of which I put it in a minus, in negative. Then dividend received, dividend received 10,000, inflow. Interest received 20,000. So 58, 68, 88 to be reduced from the payments. So 4,15,000 plus 80,000 minus 88,000. So 4,07,000 cash outflow from investing activities. This 4,07,000 cash outflow from investing activities. This is your answer. So the procedure is, first we have to calculate depreciation on assets sold, and using that amount, book value of equipment sold to be calculated, taking into account the cost minus the depreciation assets sold, you get the book value. That means this is the worth of the equipment on date of sale. But for 19,000, it was 90,000 profit for which it was sold, as per question. It is given in question like that. 96,000 profit made. That means you must have sold it at 58,000. 39,000 worth of equipment, for which 19,000 profit made, means your cash proceeds must be rupees 58,000. That should be credited here by cash account. So cash account debit what comes in. Cash comes in because of sale of some part of equipment. So by cash account 58,000. So simply, in other words, or alternatively, by taking into account the closing balance of building and equipment plus cost of equipment sold minus opening building and equipment, opening balance of building and equipment, you can calculate purchases. Purchase can be calculated like this. So supposing closing balance is 9 lakhs. And cost of equipment sold is 1,15,000. Minus opening balance is 6 lakhs. So from 10 lakh 15,000, if you subtract 6 lakhs also, you will get 4 lakh 15,000. That is the purchase of equipment. That should be taken as purchase of equipment. This is alternatively. Alternatively, you can do like this also. If you are not comfortable with the ledgers, you can simply compare the closing balance of building and equipment and opening, and you can add it with your cost of equipment sold, will give you the equipment purchased. So there are two treatments or two methods by which you can calculate the purchase of additional equipment, because every purchase involves a cash outflow and every sale involves cash inflow. So without knowing the cash inflow and outflow, you can't prepare the cash flow from investing activities. So either you can follow the ledger method, but anyway you need to know depreciation on equipment sold to know the cash price or the cash proceeds of sale of equipment. So for additional purchase of equipment, you can follow this equation alternatively instead of this ledger. Hope you are now in a position to understand as to how to prepare necessary ledgers to arrive at cash proceeds, to calculate cash proceeds from sale of some part of asset and purchase of additional asset, and the alternative method. And finally, we prepared the statement showing cash flow, and we could understand that there is cash outflow on account of purchases. Purchases are more than the proceeds from dividend, interest, or sale. So ultimately, you have cash outflow here on account of investing activities to the tune of 4,07,000. Hope you are in a position to understand the aspects involved in calculation of cash flow from investing activities. Thank you.